Airports in 2026 are no longer the airports we grew up with. They're smarter, stricter, quieter, faster, yet somehow more confusing than ever. And the biggest shock is this: many of the new changes weren't announced loudly on the news. They were quietly introduced, silently rolled out, and now they're affecting millions of travelers, especially seniors, without warning. So today, let's break down everything that's changing in airport security in 2026. From the new scanners that see through your bag like an X-ray, to the biometric systems checking your face before you even speak, to the ID rules catching seniors off guard, to the items that will now be confiscated even if you've carried them for years. These aren't random updates. These are policy changes driven by international regulations, border security upgrades, new travel technology, and a massive global shift toward automation. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to expect before you even step foot inside an airport this year. Because in 2026, one small mistake can cost you your flight. And seniors are the group most affected by these changes. The first and most important change is the massive rollout of CT security scanners across the United States. These aren't the old 2D scanners that made you take out laptops, tablets, liquids, and electronics. These new scanners produce 3D, high-resolution images that let TSA officers rotate, zoom, and scan your bag digitally. For travelers, this means you no longer need to remove liquids, laptops, or medical devices at airports equipped with this technology. But here's where it gets tricky. Not every airport has these scanners yet, and even the airports that do might not have them at all security lanes. Seniors, especially, are getting caught off guard when they assume every airport is upgraded, only to reach the front of the line and be told they still need to unpack everything. TSA says full nationwide rollout will take until late 2026 or early 2027, meaning seniors must prepare for both systems. Always pack liquids in a way that can be removed easily, just in case you're routed to a traditional lane. The second major change is something seniors are already noticing: the decline of manual ID checks and the rise of biometric facial verification. TSA has installed facial recognition scanners at more than 30 major airports and continues expanding throughout 2026. Here's how it works. You walk up to the kiosk, look into the camera, and the machine compares your face with your passport or driver's license photo. If it matches, the gate opens automatically. No talking, no handing over your ID, no fumbling with wallets. Most travelers love the speed, but many seniors feel uncomfortable with the technology. And here's what most people don't know: you can legally opt out. TSA must let you request a manual ID check, but manual lines move much slower. So seniors who opt out are being advised to arrive 30 to 60 minutes earlier. And there's another twist. If the facial recognition system tries 3 times and fails, you're automatically routed to manual screening anyway. Travelers with major facial changes, weight loss, medical conditions, or old passport photos often experience repeated verification failures. Now, the third change is one of the most confusing for seniors: digital boarding passes becoming mandatory at many airports. Airlines are pushing travelers toward mobile boarding passes, app check-ins, and digital-only updates. Paper boarding passes are not officially banned, but airlines are reducing printing stations, phasing out staffed counters, and telling passengers to check in through mobile apps. Seniors who don't use smartphones are finding themselves stuck in long lines with only a handful of agents. Worse, airports like Seattle, Miami, Dallas, and Denver are moving toward touchless travel, where boarding, seat changes, baggage tracking, and notifications all require phone access. If you don't use the airline's app, you might miss gate changes, early boarding calls, document updates, or security warnings. Seniors traveling in 2026 should download the airline's app before leaving home and have someone help set up notifications. It's no longer optional, it's essential. The fourth security change is a huge one. Real ID enforcement is no longer flexible. Starting May 7, 2025, TSA officially required Real ID for domestic flights. but 2026 is the year strict enforcement begins. Your old driver's license, even if it doesn't expire for 5 more years, won't be accepted unless it has the gold star in the corner. Tens of thousands of travelers, many of them seniors, have already been turned away at airports because they brought the wrong ID. Security agents are no longer allowed to make exceptions. If there's no gold star, your options are simple. Go home and get your passport, or miss your flight. Seniors should check their ID now, not the night before traveling. Real ID appointments take weeks in many states. Next, we move to the 5th change, the expansion of enhanced body scanners. These new scanners are far more sensitive than older models. They detect metal implants, joint replacements, support braces, medical devices, and anything with unusual density. Seniors with pacemakers, artificial knees, hip replacements, or spinal hardware are being flagged more often than ever. TSA agents are required to conduct pat-downs when scanners detect anomalies, even if you've passed smoothly in previous years. This isn't personal, it's technology. Seniors should carry a doctor's note or medical ID card for devices like pacemakers or prosthetics. It doesn't exempt you from screening, but it helps speed up the process and avoids confusion. The 6th change is something travelers have complained about for years, finally fixed, but with a catch. Shoe removal rules are being relaxed. At major airports with new CT scanners, passengers no longer need to remove shoes. This is especially helpful for seniors with mobility issues. But here's the catch. This rule is not universal. Smaller airports still require shoes off, and security officers can still ask for shoe removal if the scanner detects anomalies. Seniors should wear slip-on shoes in 2026 to avoid delays and physical discomfort. The 7th security change impacts millions of travelers and has caused some serious frustration. Electronic device checks are getting stricter. TSA is now enforcing new rules for tablets, cameras, CPAP machines, batteries, and smart devices. Lithium batteries must stay in your carry-on and can never go in checked luggage. CPAP machines must be removed and screened separately unless your airport has CT scanners. Smart bags with built-in chargers must have removable batteries, or they will be rejected at check-in. Seniors often travel with medical electronics, hearing aid batteries, portable monitors, mobility scooter batteries, and backup chargers. Every one of these items is affected by the new rules. If you're traveling in 2026, pack a small electronics bag that you can access easily during security. The 8th major change is something few people saw coming: AI-assisted security surveillance. Airports are now using artificial intelligence to monitor behavior in real time. Cameras analyze patterns like walking speed, confusion, reverse movement, abandoning bags, or approaching restricted areas. If behavior looks suspicious, AI alerts security agents. This means seniors who move slowly, hesitate, or become disoriented in large terminals may unintentionally trigger alerts. You won't get in trouble, but you might attract extra screening. Seniors traveling alone should ask for assistance early to avoid unnecessary attention. Now we reach the 9th change, one that's not talked about enough but has already reshaped airport security. Liquid rules are shifting, but not disappearing. Because CT scanners can analyze liquids more accurately, TSA is beginning to relax the 3.4-ounce rule, but only at airports with full CT deployment. At these airports, you can leave liquids in your bag. At older airports, nothing changes. Seniors should follow this simple rule. If you don't know whether your airport has CT scanners, pack liquids under 3.4 ounces anyway. Never assume. Finally, the 10th and biggest security change of all. Airports are transitioning toward automated smart security lanes with almost no human interaction. These lanes have automated conveyor belts, self-moving trays, AI-based detection systems, and digital instructions. Seniors accustomed to officers guiding them step by step often feel overwhelmed in these new lanes. But the good news is, help is available if you ask. Every airport must provide traveler assistance on request. Now that you know all 10 new airport security changes, here's the real question, and I want your answer below. Which of these 2026 changes surprised you the most, and which one do you think will cause the biggest problem for seniors this year? And before you leave, tap the poll on your screen. Should Visa Pro make a full video on 2026 airport rules airlines don't want you to know? Vote yes or no, and I'll see you in the next video.